this is Susie Q of Susie Q's Happy Little Haven, and welcome to my nursery room window. Cheeky Dougie with me, and in the background you'll see Maggie May, who is holding bewildered Archie. And I'm going to be changing these two boys into their coordinating Christmas outfits. And the reason that I brought Maggie May on is because I'm going to also be doing Suzanne of Suzanne's Babies, her 10-question Christmas tag. And so I wanted to bring on all her favorites while I'm doing the tag, so that she could see everyone again. So I'm going to go ahead and put Maggie May and Archie down on the floor to wait, and I'll go ahead and put Cheeky Dougie right here, and that way I'll have room on the dressing table to dress Cheeky Dougie. Let's go ahead and sit her down here. Okay, now we have plenty of room. So before I get started with Dougie, I wanted to show you a real pretty Christmas card that I received, and it is from Ruth Beck. And Ruth Beck is one of my very special dolly friends. And Ruth is the very kind lady that made my Tiffany Rose all of her crocheted outfits. But this is the card that she sent. And there's a bunch of elk that are crossing the creek. And this looks like my winter wonderland out in my backyard. So thank you, Ruth, for sending such a pretty card. I've been loving the Winter Wonderland Creek Christmas cards that I've been receiving, so thank you so much for that. And speaking of Winter Wonderland, I hope you enjoyed my the beginning of my video. It actually, we had some really weird weather yesterday in the wee hours of the morning. It snowed. Actually, it rained first. For a couple of hours in the wee early hours of the morning, it rained. And according to the weather forecast, it was supposed to be snow, but it rained. So I'm still in bed and I'm thinking, well, I guess we're not going to get snow after all. But then what happened after I got up, about an hour after I was up, it started snowing. And I couldn't believe it. And I got really excited. And when it got light outside, I got my camera and I got a video of the snow bears enjoying their snowy winter morning, and out the nursery room window. And then I also went out on my my back patio and got a picture of our back property of the snow coming down. So I hope you enjoyed seeing that. I was thrilled to have it, but the snow didn't last very long. It snowed for a couple of hours, and then it was a wet snow, and it didn't stick. I mean, it just barely stuck, and then it melted. So, but anyway, it was really fun while it lasted, and I appreciated being able to get out my video camera and catch it live for you guys so that you could see some more snow. It's our second snow. And speaking of snow, well, not we, we'll probably get a little bit of it, but there's this storm that's coming. It's a snowstorm. It's a winter snowstorm, and guess what they're calling the snowstorm? They're calling it Gale. And it's a northeast, very cold, snowy, icy storm, and they've named it my name, Gail, and I could not believe it. I had to laugh. Anyway, I'm thrilled because, see, I am not used to seeing my name, Gail, in print like that. And also, if you recall, for those of you who are also friends of Suzanne's, she named her brand new baby doll, the Ava Sculpt. She named that doll Edith Gale. And so whenever she has her baby doll on her video, she puts her name in the title, and I see my name, and I'm just not used to it at all because it's not a common name. And when people think of the word gale, they usually think of like a really strong wind. And I have a funny story about that, but I'll tell you that only if I have time at the very end of the video. So anyway, I wanted to do Suzanne's Christmas tag. And number one is, did you believe in Santa? And yes, I did believe in Santa. As a child, I believed in Santa, and all of us kids did. And my mom kept up the tradition until we got a certain age, and then she decided that we were too old to believe in Santa anymore. And so, but it was fun, while we did believe in Santa, and it was magical, And I wanted to show you the outfit that I'm going to be putting on Cheeky Dougie. And this says, jingle, 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 here comes Mr. Bingle. Okay, and then what's really nice about this outfit is when you lift the bib, it also has the applique of Mr. Mr. Bingle on the front. And I really like this. And look at the back of the bib too. I mean, this is really a detailed little outfit. And I remember getting this last year for, I believe that I also coordinated the UK brothers in this last year. But I'm going to do it again today. And I chose this one for Dougie because of how, the snowman is smiling and he's a happy little guy. And so I thought it was perfect for him. And then when I bring up Archie to get him changed, I'll tell you why I decided to put him in his outfit. Oh, I guess I already answered question number 2. When did you stop believing in Santa? Let's see. I don't really remember how old I was. My guess is I was probably either 4 or 5 because my mom was really adamant about bringing real life to us kids, making sure that we knew real life things, and so I was probably 4 or 5, probably before I went into kindergarten. She told us kids that us 2 older kids, I have an older sister too, she's 3 years older, and she probably told us and then told us not to tell my 2 younger brothers. So that's when I stopped believing, but I still love the magic of Christmas and the Santa Claus and all that stuff, As a matter of fact, some of you have noticed my Santa Claus hanging right here, and this is really special. It's a Santa. I'll show you up close. It's a Santa that has a porcelain face, and he's all decorated. He's got his hat is made of velvet. Underneath he's gold, like he's stuffed with stuffing. And then he's got a really pretty red tassel. And this was given to our family by a friend. And I wanted to hang it up by the dressing table so that I could have a little bit of Christmas in here as I change my baby dolls into their Christmas outfits. Okay, number 3, mince pie or chocolate Yule log. Well, I'll tell you what, I love mincemeat pie. I love, love, love it. In fact, a couple of years ago, maybe 3 years ago, I actually made my own mincemeat and made pies from it, and it was really good. It was actually a neighbor friend and I, we used a recipe of her mother's. That my neighbor friend is in her late 70s, and her mom had a really good recipe for mincemeat, and so we used that one. And I added a few things like cloves and things like that that I remember really enjoying the taste of when I would buy it out of the jar. So, but anyway, it sounds like I've got off track here. I love mince pie. I would love to try a chocolate Yule log. I've never had one. They look really good. I know I'd love it because I love chocolate. So I'm going to say that I would like to have a chocolate Yule log, even though I love mince pie. Okay, let's see. Do you open a present on Christmas Eve? Well, no, we don't open our gifts on Christmas Eve, but I used to, as a tradition, always go to my mom and dad's house for Christmas Eve, and we'd, open all our gifts there. Because the gifts that we shared with my mom and dad, because of the fact that we had 3 different families to visit at Christmas time. My husband's parents were divorced and then remarried, so we had his dad's family, his mom's family, and then my family. And so we would, Christmas Eve is when we would go to my mom's house and open gifts. And then Christmas Eve, the night before Christmas Eve, we would go to my my one mother-in-law's house, my husband's dad. And then on Christmas Day, we would go to my husband's mother's house because she always insisted that we come to her house at Christmas. So I guess all the other mother-in-laws had to kind of work around that. But anyway, it all worked out. So yeah, we did open presents on Christmas Eve, but as for my family, just our my 2 kids and us, we always opened our gifts on Christmas Day. So angel or star on the top of your tree. I always like to have a star, a blinking star, the ones that have the different colors of lights blinking off and on. I love a star on top of the tree. Okay, I'm going to interrupt because I've got little Dougie all dressed up in his Christmas outfit. So I'm going to set him down. And I'm going to bring up Archie because I'm going to dress Archie, bewildered Archie, yep, in his Christmas outfit. And this is his outfit. And so I wanted to dress him. This is the same brand, but it's like just a different design. I wanted to dress him in this outfit, in the Santa Claus outfit, because I didn't think that he would be afraid of the Santa Claus, because the Santa Claus is in a real fun train and he's got a little boxcar with a Christmas tree. And so I didn't think that Archie would mind the Santa Claus. I think that he would be afraid of Mr. Bingle. But anyway, this is the same type where it has this nice applique there. And it has coordinating pants as well. So that's what we're going to be putting Mr. Archie into. Okay, let's see. Where were we? Number 6. Do you have a different tradition in your family? No, we don't have a different tradition in our family. We basically just stick with, the traditions that we've always done. So the only thing that I can think of that might be different, I don't know, maybe this is different than what some people do, but we when our kids were younger and, before they all moved out and got their own families, I would always make a homemade coffee cake on Christmas morning. And then before we opened our gifts, well, first I would let the kids, they would get up early and they were allowed to open up their stockings. And so they'd open their stockings and then they wait for my husband and and then we would I would make a homemade coffee cake, and we would have a coffee cake and Egg Nog in the morning for breakfast, and my husband would read the Christmas story that's in the Bible, and the traditional Christmas story. So I guess that's I don't know if that's different than what some people do, but that's what we do. So maybe it is different. We don't do that much anymore because the kids aren't here, but it used to be a really nice way to start Christmas. Number 7, do you have an Advent calendar? No, I don't have an Advent calendar, and I didn't grow up with an Advent calendar, but I always got my 2 kids an Advent calendar whenever they were, when they were younger. It was always a lot of fun for them to open each little, little door for each day and get their little treat. And I would buy them. I didn't have like one that I had made or anything. I would buy them and they would come with the special little treats inside. So number 8, what color combinations do you like on your tree? Do I like on my tree? I like all kinds of different colors. My tree is full of, in every color, every Christmas color that you can think of is what my tree has on it. I have a lot of different types of ornaments. I have little wooden ones. I have glass bulbs. I have crystal ornaments. Just every kind that you can think of, and I've kept them throughout the years. I haven't gotten rid of any because I like each one, and so that's what my Christmas tree looks like. And it also has different colored lights that blink off and on too, which I love. And my husband this year, he strung 3 long strands of lights around the Christmas tree, and it looks awesome. Along with the colored lights are blinking and my star is blinking, and I think what I'm going to do this year is rather than try to do a nursery, I've been dressing all of my baby dolls in their Christmas outfits, and I think what I'm going to do this year is put them around the Christmas tree and on the fireplace hearth, and do my Christmas there, and then that way I can also show you what my Christmas tree looks like once I finished it. I showed you sort of like a preliminary when I first got it done, and I wasn't quite finished. So I'll be doing that this year. So look forward to that. Okay, so here's the Santa bib, and I really like that this brand. It's called Starting Out, and I think I got it on eBay last year. But it's just very decorative, and on front and back, and I just love it. I love the brand. So I don't have a lot of Christmas style of socks for my boys. I'm not socks, but socks and shoes I don't have a lot of. So I'm just going to be putting these little star socks on Archie and also Cheeky Dougie's, which I didn't mention, but they will have matching socks and coordinating outfits. So let's see, mulled wine or eggnog. Well, I don't really, I've never had mulled wine. I don't know what that is. I don't drink alcoholic beverages, but I do love eggnog. And so I love eggnog, and we'll have it maybe sometimes on Christmas Eve, and we for sure always have it at Christmas morning. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put Archie down because I want to show you something else with regards to the very last question, do you dress your pets up? Well, when I had my real pet, Molly, I never dressed her up because she would never tolerate it. But let me show you the pets that I did dress up this year. Remember Gary? So here's Gary, and he's wearing his Santa, his Santa outfit. Okay, so Gary's all ready for Christmas. And then we have Emily, and she's all dressed up for Christmas. You know, if these pets were alive, they would not tolerate this. I just know they wouldn't. And so, but I just wanted to share that, yes, I dressed my nursery pets up for Christmas this year. So there you have it. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and bring the boys back up. I'm going to bring Maggie May back up just to say goodbye. So here's Maggie May. There she is. And she wanted to say a special hello to her Auntie Suzanne. We'll put her here. Let's see if we can get the boys up here. Let's see, here's Cheeky Dougie. I think I'm going to hold Cheeky Dougie. Yeah, and we'll put Archie here. Yeah, there we go. Yep. Archie. He's so funny. So yeah, he's bewildered about Christmas and everything. He doesn't quite get life. But anyway, here's little Dougie. And so Suzanne, I hope you enjoyed your the tag that you made up. And for those of you who want to see her tag, it's she did it. Well, she's got it on her channel. She did it recently, and it's just a lot of fun. So anyway, everyone, I hope you enjoyed seeing the British boys and also Maggie May today. And I hope you're all having a great day. And thank you for visiting. And until we meet again, bye-bye.